This is News 3 Now at 5.
Any of those scenes we've seen from Las Vegas where we've had mass shootings, and fortunately this was not one, but we had the same level of chaos of people running from this building, trying to find cover, trying to find loved ones.
Well, this was the scene last night as shots were fired during a memorial service honoring the life of Maurice Bowman, who was killed 10 days ago. The shooting last night left 3 people injured, and we have team coverage of that shooting.
Our Gabriella Becerra has an update from police as they continue to search for suspects, and Adam Duxter has reaction from neighbors in the area. Let's start tonight with Gabby. Gabriella?
Eric and Susan, police said hundreds of people were gathered under this sheltering last night when shots were fired into the crowd. Now, police say most people ran off in all sorts of different directions, but they did say that they believe that some people in the group shot back. Now, police describe the scene as chaos as people of all ages ran off into nearby neighborhoods, hid in backyards, and behind trees to get away from the gunfire. Interim Chief Vic Wall says police reported hearing gunfire before 911 calls started coming in and were on the scene almost immediately.
And last night, officers in the area immediately moved into the park in a tremendously chaotic situation with active gunfire going on in order to locate victims, render aid, and apprehend suspects. As officers moved into the park, they actually could see muzzle flashes inside the park from ongoing gunfire.
3 individuals were shot and 2 people suffered non-gunshot related injuries. Police arrested 2 individuals, but not on charges related to the incident. Police say they recovered 3 firearms and over 60 shell casings, some belonging to an AK-47 assault rifle. Now, police say this is still an active and ongoing investigation, and they're asking the public reach out to them or Madison area Crime Stoppers with any information that they may have. Adam Duxter spoke to neighbors about what happened last night, and he has the reaction now. Adam?
Yeah, Gabby, when I talk with those neighbors today, they say they weren't just worried about the lives of those here at Garner Park when those shots started to ring out, but the lives of their families as well. And after those shots, neighbors said they saw people running in just about every direction from Garner Park, including right at their homes. And MPD said some hid in trees and neighbors' backyards. One person I spoke with today says they tried to help small children who were startled find their parents. Another neighbor yet says from her porch, she and her husband too could see those muzzle flashes as each shot was fired.
And all the thoughts go through your head are, what if, what do I do? And then I thought about the people that were here, that were terrified, and their kids, and their parents, thinking here you are enjoying a night of celebration, of togetherness, and then not knowing, what is this? Am I gonna get out of this? Where are my kids? Where's my family? What do I do?
And I think that kind of care.
Earlier today, we spoke with Alder Arvina Martin, who represents this neighborhood, and she commended neighbors like Julia who acted quickly to both call police and protect their families. And it was the family of 24-year-old Maurice Bowman who was trying to celebrate his life here last night after Bowman was shot and killed just about 10 days ago. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from Bowman's aunt, who helped to organize last night's celebration of life and why she's calling for the violence to stop tonight.
Adam Duxter live tonight. Our thanks to Gabby as well. A partly cloudy day out there. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
A little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud coverage, but not too bad of an afternoon. It's also just a little bit warmer outside. Here's a live look with our WIC TV sky camera. Again, a few clouds in the sky, but right now radar is quiet. We're at 75 currently in Madison, about 78 though in Lone Rock. And compared to this time yesterday, it is just a little warmer. So our warming trend still carrying us towards the weekend. We're expecting skies to stay partly sunny for Thursday and Friday. We'll be back into the 80s in time for the weekend, but it is going to come along with those showers and thunderstorm chances. Right now, it does look like we could see a little bit of rain accumulation by the end of the weekend. We'll take a closer look at your forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. With over 800 new COVID-19 cases confirmed today, Wisconsin health officials said more than 90% of counties now have high activity levels for disease spread. Health officials officials recorded 839 new cases across the state today. Yesterday's count peaked at 789. Wisconsin's lifetime total of confirmed COVID-19 cases has reached 57,170, including 974 deaths. Roughly 17% of people still have the virus. Testing has remained relatively high, with 17,023 tests conducted in the past day. DHS says 5.2% of those results came back positive. That's a slight increase from Tuesday, which saw the lowest percentage in weeks.
Nearly 1,400 people died of coronavirus Tuesday alone in the U.S. CBS News confirms COVID-related deaths are up 24% in the last week, while the U.S. has seen a 9% decrease in cases from the previous week. Over the last 2 weeks, in 9 Midwestern states, the average positivity rate or percentage of tests that came back positive increased.
Negotiations continue on Capitol Hill between the administration and Democrats on a coronavirus relief bill. The Senate now plans to delay its recess next week in hopes that a bill will be ready then.
While Americans are struggling, the Democratic leaders have moved about 1 inch in 8 days.
We cannot agree to an inadequate bill and then go home while the virus continues to spread, the economy continues to deteriorate, and the country gets worse.
In addition to disagreements over the amount of enhanced unemployment benefits, both sides are at odds over the Democrats' demand for more state and local funding. President Trump has called state and local funding proposals, quote, a bailout.
2 restaurants in the Wisconsin Dells are temporarily closed now after employees tested positive for COVID-19. The Brat House Grill posted on social media Monday announcing the decision to temporarily shut down while staff worked with local health department officials. The Brat House Grill also asked its entire staff to get tested and plan to sanitize and do a deep cleaning of the restaurant. The Sandbar Wisconsin Dells also had an employee test positive for COVID-19 yesterday. Owners are closing the facility temporarily.
Governor Evers says that he will mobilize the Wisconsin National Guard to support next week's primary election across the state. The governor did not say how many Guard members will be mobilized to support the Wisconsin Elections Commission and clerks. 2,400 members mobilized during the state's general election back on April 7th. The battle over mail-in balloting will be heading to the courts now that President Trump is suing a state that is trying to make it easier for voters to cast absentee ballots from home. The Trump campaign is suing Nevada over its plan to expand mail-in voting for the November election. Nevada lawmakers agreed to proactively mail the ballots to active registered voters in response to the pandemic.
It is extremely important to me that our citizens do not have to decide between their health and their right to vote.
Nevada, where you have a governor, he said, let's just send out millions of ballots and the post office cannot be prepared. I haven't spoken to the post office about it, but I don't know how they could possibly be prepared.
President Trump insists that mail-in voting will lead to widespread voter fraud, despite research showing it rarely happens. But the president is open to it in Florida, which, as you know, is a key battleground state in the presidential election.
Less than a week out from the August primary here in Wisconsin, candidates are still pushing for votes.
Our Amy Reed is taking a look at some of the competitive races. Today, it's a sprawling assembly district that covers most of Western Dane. Amy?
The 80th Assembly District is diverse, as both candidates here will tell you. It has Verona and Mount Horeb. It's both rural and suburban. And in this race, a longtime representative is being challenged by a political outsider.
We need experienced people in there fighting for those issues, not newcomers who just really are kind of clueless about the history of where we've been and where we're going and how to get there.
Incumbent Representative Sondy Pope hopes to show voters they should re-elect her next week. She's leaning on her 17 years of experience in the Capitol, advocating for public education.
My reputation for being a fighter and a scrapper and defending K-12 public education, because I feel it is the foundation of our democracy, and I'll fight it to the end.
Her opponent agrees on education funding, and small business owner Kimberly Smith has also made social justice a key part of her campaign, including the governor's proposed policing reform and decriminalizing cannabis.
I think those two things immediately can give relief to our criminal justice system. I would like to see our prisons defunded, to be honest.
The two candidates agree racial justice should be tackled in the next legislative session, though they differ on what that means. They also agree the legislature should keep working on unemployment.
I know that people haven't received funding, their unemployment funding, for I think it's 12 weeks, which is very concerning. I have not seen a move from our government to address those issues.
Pope and other Democrats have tried to repeal past unemployment reforms, but Republicans did not take up the proposals. Smith thinks she could work with the other party better than what's happening now.
I get to build brand new relationships with people who, not at odds with, but maybe we have conflicting beliefs.
Pope has passed bipartisan bills, but she said the State House has changed.
The reality of the situation has to be taken into account. So we do the best we can. We try to make every bill better if we can't have our own bills heard and taken up.
The governor has endorsed Pope in this race, but whoever wins will have to face Republican Chase Binney in November. The primary, again, is on Tuesday, August 11th, and you have until tomorrow to request your absentee ballot.
Amy, thank you. The Democratic National Convention Committee announced today presumptive nominee Joe Biden will not travel to Milwaukee for the convention because of COVID-19 concerns. Instead, Biden will accept his nomination from his home state of Delaware. Other speakers who had been planning to come to Milwaukee will not travel to the city. The virtual convention will kick off August 17th. President Trump may end up delivering his Republican National Convention speech from the White House. This after he scrapped plans to give the speech at the RNC. During an interview, the president said the White House is one of the alternatives that he is now considering.
In more local news, 5 neighborhood and community centers in Dane County are receiving grants for behavioral health. Dane County Exec Joe Parisi announced that the Goodman Community Center, Deerfield Community Center, the Bayview Foundation, the Lucier Community Education Center, and the Kennedy Heights Neighborhood Center will receive grants. Those centers will work to help make behavioral health services more accessible to Dane County children and youth who need support to help mitigate stigma associated with accessing mental health treatment, which Parisi says is needed right now.
The fact that we are in the middle of a pandemic, in the added stress and uncertainty that's brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, supports like this are even more necessary and even more critical in our efforts to help young people who are in need of mental health services and behavioral health services.
The county and its partners hope to bring the services straight to kids in a place where they already feel comfortable.
There's more to come tonight on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, a woman is begging for help on social media to find her father, who is missing following the Lebanon explosion. And then coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from the Madison School District's new superintendent about his priorities as students go back to school virtually. That's coming up at 6. On Wall Street, the Dow with another strong day, up more than 373 points. The NASDAQ adds another 57, while the S&P 500 jumped 21. We'll be right back.
Save big on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Save today on Moen faucets. This Hilliard bathroom faucet comes in a brushed nickel finish. Right now, just $59.99 after 11% off. Update your floors with new sheet vinyl from IVC. Engage vinyl flooring is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Only 70 cents per square foot after 11% off. Start saving today with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Dreaming of custom furniture, but you think high prices, sales pressure, and waiting for months and months? Come to Slumberland and design your way. Quick and easy, with no extra cost. First, pick your piece. Lots of styles, clearly marked. Next, pick your fabric. There's no extra charge here. Then, get it quick. Our orders are made fast. Plus, all custom furniture is on sale. Design your way, only at Slumberland Furniture.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh! How nice.
Of you.
But also...
rather
stupid.
Mine.
Mine!
No, mine!
No, mine!
Mine. Red Bull gives you wings.
For 45 years, Affordable Dentures and Implants has created affordable access to dental care.
And we're proud to have helped millions of people improve their smiles.
Our number one priority is always being the health and the well-being of our patients and staff.
So, we're taking extra precautions to welcome you to a safe and clean environment.
Because we want you to go
ahead and smile.
Affordable Dentures and Implants. We can't wait to see you.
Summer-like weather on the way back as we get closer to the weekend. We'll tell you just how warm it's going to get.
And as the COVID-19 pandemic puts more of a strain on families, the Madison School District offering some help. We'll tell you how they're doing it Thursday on News 3 Now this morning.
They put their blood, sweat, and tears into raising prized livestock. So News 3 Now's not letting this year's county fair cancellations spoil the show. 4-H kids step into the ring for our blue ribbon judges during Fair Week, starting Monday on Live at 4. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Lebanese government says it is putting an unspecified number of Beirut port officials under house arrest pending an investigation into that explosion in Beirut. The move comes amid speculation that negligence was to blame for the massive explosion that killed more than 100 people, injured nearly 4,000. It's believed roughly 2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate used in fertilizer and bombs was responsible for that accidental blast. A woman has been pleading on Twitter for help in locating her father.
They say they don't have the capabilities, they don't have machines or construction machines to remove the rocks, to find them. But we know him and other 6 co-workers of his, they are stuck there. And now we have our feelings all over the place. We can't think straight and we don't really know what to do.
The government declared a 2-week state of emergency, effectively giving the military full powers during that time.
At least 6 people are dead after tropical storm Isaias blew through the eastern seaboard. After making landfall in the Carolinas on Monday night, the storm sped up the east coast, leaving a deadly trail behind it. Isaias spawned numerous tornadoes as it churned northward. Areas along the storm's path received anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of rain. Flooding was reported from South Carolina to as far north as Vermont. The gusting winds also toppled utility poles and downed power lines.
One provider at least said it could take as much as a week to get all of those houses and locations back up to full power.
At one point, over 3.5 million homes and businesses were without electricity, most of them in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
Well, it's August, so the hope is there aren't more hurricanes just lining up behind that one, Dana.
Thankfully, right now, there aren't. Right now, things are quiet. But Colorado State University just released the updated 2020 forecast for the Atlantic Ocean. And it seems likely that we are going to have quite an above-average season. Not just a little bit above average, but almost double the number of named storms and likely double the number of hurricanes, double the number of major hurricanes. So it could be a very active brewing in the Atlantic Ocean, but something to keep in mind along with that. Just because a season is above average with the number of storms, that doesn't mean they're all going to impact the coast. We've certainly had above average seasons where we didn't see a lot of damage along the coast. Most of those storms stayed out to sea. On the flip side of that, we've had well below average seasons. 1992 with Hurricane Andrew, of course, coming through. So this isn't always locked in stone when we have a lot of hurricanes coming through, or even major hurricanes where we see a lot of damage, but it is an indicator right now that our sea surface temperatures are very warm, and it's something that we're going to continue to keep an eye on over the next few months because the season's just picking up. For us right now, things are a very different story. Still quite quiet outside in a good way. Partly sunny skies for this evening. Temperatures are going to stay pretty comfortable. Our high pressure is shifting just a little further east. So now that we're more on the backside of it, our breeze is coming from the southwest, and that helped our temperatures climb up just a little bit more this afternoon. And they'll continue to creep up as we look ahead through the next few days. It's a very slow warming trend, but it does get us back to those summery temperatures for the weekend and next week. Overnight, our skies will be partly cloudy. Temps dropping to the 50s again again for overnight lows, but not quite as cool. We'll be in the mid to upper 50s to start off Thursday. Thursday afternoon, partly sunny, high temperatures in the upper 70s. So again, just adding just a few more degrees on Friday morning, partly sunny. It'll stay dry for Friday. High temperatures, though, will be back in the 80s, looking at highs in the low 80s for Madison. A broad look at this weekend. It does seem likely that shower chances will develop late Saturday, continue overnight into Sunday. Sunday will have the chance for showers and storms early and then again later in the day. And quite a bit of rain will be creeping in for Monday. And as we look ahead to next week, we're going to have the chance for showers and thunderstorms almost every day. The rain chance on Monday will give us a bit of a break on Tuesday, but more chances will develop towards the end of the week. So we'll start to be above average with our temperatures and with our precipitation. Tomorrow, highs will be close to 78 in Madison, partly sunny and just quite pleasant outside. We're partly sunny for Friday as well. 82 the high, so we're back above average. We enjoyed our little fall break and then things warm back up. The chance for showers and storms will develop late in the day on Saturday, continuing to Sunday. Likely to have a chance for showers and thunderstorms on Monday also. High temperatures on Sunday could be in the upper 80s, and with our heat index readings, it's going to feel like the low 90s at times. The summer trend continues into next week as high temperatures will be in the mid to low 80s with the chance for showers and thunderstorms almost every afternoon as our humidity is going to increase a little bit as well. Overnight low temperatures will be in the 60s, so it's a little warmer than average, but pretty seasonable for early August and starting to creep towards the middle of August with that forecast. Right now, as we look at our traffic conditions throughout south central Wisconsin, things are in a pretty decent spot right now. The Beltline looks pretty good looking along the southwest corner. If you're traveling through Iowa County or Grant County, all looks nice and smooth. Downtown Madison, a few stop and go spots just as there are more folks hopping on the roads, but not seeing any accidents at this time, which is good news. Around Janesville, we have construction, as we all know, but the interstate does look pretty smooth if you are trying to travel through Rock County to go south of the border. Now, from Janesville to the Beltline, drive time about 25 minutes. Sauk City to Middleton, closer to 17, and then Sun Prairie to downtown at 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the Big Ten preparing for a football season, releasing the conference schedule today. We'll see who the Badgers will face. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer? What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
I love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. I'm like sub-level Z of this parking garage, and it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera.
These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing? Or
It absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Big Ten has released the 2020 football schedule. The conference's Council of Presidents and Chancellors has approved a 10-game conference-only season. The Badgers starting their season on Friday, September 4th at home. Susan against the powerhouse Indiana Hoosiers. The battle for Paul Bunyan's axle move midseason. The Badgers hosting Minnesota September 26th. The Badgers with 2 bye games and wrap up their season at home against Rutgers. That'll be November 21st. We have the complete schedule. You can see it at channel3000.com. UW Athletics says a lack of fans in the stands at Camp Randall could end up costing the department anywhere between $60 and $100 million in lost revenue during the school year. In an attempt to make up some of that shortfall, Athletic Director Barry Alvarez sent a letter to season ticket holders asking them to consider reinvesting the cost of their tickets into the Badger Legacy campaign. Now, those donations would be tax deductible, would also include recognition on a donor wall of honor at Camp Randall, a personalized Badger Legacy certificate, an invitation to the 2021 Badger Legacy event, and a Badger Legacy commemorative coin.
While Division I athletes are getting ready to compete, it's a different story in Division III. The NCAA Division III President's Council announced that all fall sports championships for this year are canceled. The council said it was because of the pandemic and related administrative and financial challenges. The University of Connecticut has announced it is suspending its football program for the 2020 season due to COVID-19. UConn is the first FBS program to announce it will not have a football season. UConn officials said no student athletes have tested positive for COVID-19 since July.
And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your firstborn forecast in just a moment.
TSR Concrete Coatings is the nation's largest residential concrete coating company, proudly serving homeowners throughout Wisconsin. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy and won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Our unique process begins with a base coat to seal cracks and level the surface, then flakes in the color pattern of your choice. A top coat is applied for a durable finished floor that can be installed in as little as 1 day. Act now to save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash financing. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
The Dexcom tells me my numbers every 5 minutes, and it also tells me which way I'm going. I can just look at my phone and see my numbers in real time.
It's like the easiest app in the world, and you don't have to prick your fingers at all. It's amazing.
You know, not having to prick my fingers anymore, wow, that's incredible. You know, I would have never dreamt that years ago.
The Dexcom gives me that knowledge, and it gives me control, gives me power to be who I want to be every day.
This is our moment to build a new American economy for our families and for our communities. When we spend taxpayers' money, we should use it to buy American products and support American jobs. It's time to help small businesses. We'll purchase clean energy technologies to fight climate change and enhance national security. We have to invest in what the jobs and industries of tomorrow are going to be. We have a great opportunity to build back and build back better. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Now I get to make a difference in people's lives the way that the nurses that took care of my grandma made a difference in her life.
Now is the time to change your life. Herzing University makes it possible without leaving home. Herzing offers dozens of online degrees in nursing, healthcare, IT, and business. Start studying online and take the first step toward a new career.
I'm an ICU nurse.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Final check with Dana. It's a nice evening out there.
It really is. It feels comfortable outside. Temperatures will hold on to about 70 for just a little longer, and then overnight lows dropping to the 50s again tonight. For tomorrow, partly sunny with highs in the upper 70s. We'll be in the low 80s by Friday, and the chance for showers and thunderstorms will return on Saturday. Now, it's going to be a little warmer and a little more humid this weekend. We'll get close to 90 on Sunday, and then temperatures by next week will be back to the mid-80s. So very summery, but still a bit above average with some more shower and thunderstorm chances developing throughout the week.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News coming your way next. Stay tuned.